I feel like the left needs to get in on this weapons merchandising.
I don't disagree with that.
That's like kind of whack, right? We don't have any. I didn't see no Kamala Bear Mace.
Yeah.
I didn't see those knuckle knives.
I mean, the money is so there to be made, especially with the Kamala. That girl is an AKA. You can have pink and green pepper spray.
Everything.
Let's go.
Because the AKAs, let's be real, y'all, like that, they was gonna be the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
For Kamala.
AKA stand back, stand down.
Exactly.
If the
new war crowd is gonna be ski-wee out here, man.
we would have seen a bunch
You would have said in press conferences.
Ski-wee. Man, that's a
AKA ski-wee.
That's a seagull, depending on what you look like now. Like,
we would have seen a bunch of light-skinned women hopping out of a U-Haul truck. Talking about pull up.
yeah,
Yeah, it would have got nasty.
with pearl nunchucks.
Yeah.
You know?
The government growing babies. Microchips in your anus. All koala bears are racist. The ozone layer owes me money. Martians invented turkey stuffing. Y'all can't tell me nothing.
Cruising on down Main Street, feeling right, relaxing, good. What's the words? Next thing that you know, you see an octopus in the neighborhood. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, little mamas and Gentiles alike, welcome to another phenomenal episode of My Momma Told Me.
Surfing on the sound waves, singing through the stars. Take a left into the intestine. Take the second right on Mars. I got you.
Thank you. Here on the Magic School Bus.
Come on.
There it is.
Seatbelts.
I hope this is a normal field trip. With the frizz? No way.
Yeah. Right?
Absolutely not.
You know Lil Richard did that song?
Yeah, there was
The
a
Magic
time.
School Bus.
Magic School
We've
Bus.
talked about it.
Damn.
There was a time he was very available.
Lil Richard was
You
in
really could get him.
every sitcom.
And he would just be Little Richard. Like what's the episode of Martin where he was like, he started out as like the exterminator, and
That's
then
right.
he just ends up playing the piano.
That's right. He was always he would always show up like a menial laborer, but going shut up to whoever was like saying something, and
He
that
stayed
was
little,
big.
so
punchline.
Yeah.
man.
And then somehow
Yeah.
he'd be like,
He
they
never
stole my
switched.
sound.
Yeah.
His sister, like
Yeah,
at a
yeah.
basketball game.
I feel like we never really talk about that like they stole it and he was right there
Yeah.
the whole time.
That's the
crazy.
nastiest part about that shit.
That's
like,
crazy.
the whole time.
That's so gross.
They're stealing and he's like, hello.
He's screaming.
Yeah.
He's literally on the piano going, I want Babaluma, I want bamboo. And they just, man,
It's so
that would have drove
crazy
me nuts too.
because what they're doing is being like paying him back, sort of like
Yeah.
he's kind of the only person who ever got reparations.
Yeah.
Where they were just like, look, we stole so violently from you
Yeah.
that we have to put you on Full House.
Yeah.
We just got to give you like
Is that
a cameo.
reparations? You got to be on there saying, you got it, dude.
Bro, I don't know that they have the ability to
think
offer
outside of-
anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they're just like, hey man, you'll get to meet them little twins. Ain't that nice for you?
And you can have all the white women you want.
Oh, you don't want
Oh,
them?
you don't want
Wait.
them. Okay. Okay.
Well, we can't give you men.
Yeah, that's weird.
We don't like that.
Do we know if he like, do you think he like black men?
No,
No.
no, I
Too
don't think
talented.
so.
Man, that shit hurt my feelings for real.
Bro, all
You
the
said that
best-
shit?
I'm
It
sorry.
It really affected
Because
me.
think of all of them, bro.
No, I know,
Yeah.
man.
Think of all of them. I don't have
Yeah.
to name them.
No.
They be in that white boy butt, man.
Yeah.
And that's
Maybe that's good
where
butt.
that's
Maybe
where
it's-
you find the inspiration.
that's the founder you.
Maybe it's good butt.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't speak to that.
I don't know. But if
Of all the butts that seem like the most off limits,
the Spotify playlist that white boy butt has curated from black music
Oh boy.
We sort of got to give it up to White Bud.
White butt.
Yeah.
We sort of got to give White Bud its due.
Yeah. That's like vibranium
Damn.
for black male musicians that are gay.
Yo,
That's the secret
Black
sauce.
creative vibranium.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's the Krabby Patty recipe right there, man.
Damn.
That's what Plankton was looking for that whole
Plankton
time.
trying to get that white butt recipe.
Like, how can I get the chum bucket?
That's the
On the
chum
map.
bucket. It's the White Bud.
That's it.
Fuck. Man, this is a heavy episode, and we haven't even covered anything yet.
Man.
This is really
Y'all
good.
started it talking about Little Richard.
Our
Yeah.
guest today, a dear friend, a phenomenal comedian, a phenomenal writer, a phenomenal rapper, a phenomenal all man of every trade that I can think of. DJ. He's the shit, man. You know him from goddamn everything. Give it up for Zack Fox, ladies and gentlemen.
And then she said in my ear, go deeper. Stay with me now. And what hurt me is I was already all the way in.
Stay with me now.
Tacking that on there is so nasty.
I will say, for a while we were treating Shannon Sharp like he was the star of that duo.
Uh-huh.
I think Ocho really is the stronger
Yeah.
person in the Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think Ocho's the idea man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Always, yeah, definitely.
Shannon just has funny reactions.
And his
Mhm.
voice is very funny.
Yeah. Ocho!
Oh,
Yeah.
no!
Yeah.
And he has good catchphrases.
great catchphrase.
Ain't 280, ain't a lady.
Mm-hmm.
That's a favorite.
A guy, he named himself Ocho. He is the comedy engine.
That's right.
Yeah.
behind the thing. Like,
And he named himself Ocho when it wasn't funny to do.
No.
nobody thought that was cute.
No, it
My
was
mom hated that.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
He was in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That's a tough one to
Damn,
take
nobody
on the
was
field.
even gonna be like, "Yo, you're going crazy right now." That's
This
so.
isn't even. We don't even speak Spanish over here.
He wasn't in L.A.
We
or
put
New
chili
York.
on-
No.
On spaghetti, that's what we do. You're over here speaking Spanish to me?
Ocho Cinco.
The fuck are you talking about? Better
Here-
go over the Rhine with that shit.
Here's what I'll ask you. How long, when he did name himself Ocho Cinco, how long did you actually believe that he was going to carry that name?
Because what year was that? Oh,
Like, 304-ish?
Yeah,
right?
I was still in high school for sure, so it had to be before 05.
How long did I think he was going to keep it?
Yeah.
Originally, I thought he was doing it as like he's just a quick year,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know?
I thought it'd be a fun bit.
A
And then
one-season situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think that like Crank That Soulja Boy comes out
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, oh, we getting weird.
Yeah.
We getting freaky as a people. I can stick with this.
There's
The
Laffy
extension
Taffy
of
comes
that,
out.
the extension of Crank That, it's like it really can't be like we give him his flowers, but I don't think we're gonna know what that did fully.
no. He reached such a level of fame that we started to create lore about the Superman.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like people genuinely were arguing that this song had a bigger meaning
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like coming on a lady's back and then slapping a sheet.
Yeah.
And it was like this weird sort of like mind trick that he was playing on us.
And here's the thing,
And that
all
wasn't-
those were correct.
Oh, you believe that?
Yeah, 1,000%, because all those Crank That songs, some of them had like sexual like origins.
Whoa.
Can
Like,
we do this conspiracy as well?
well, like, yeah, like it's like
Of
how
course.
like you do like what's the old 2000s like super edgelord, like the Red Dragon,
The Dirty Sanchez.
Dirty Sanchez.
Sure.
Everybody was trying
The
to do their
Screaming
version of that.
Eagle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mind you, the Crank That era was started by like middle school, high school kids in Atlanta.
Boys who hadn't had sex yet in
Boys
a real
who had
way.
not had any vagina on their
Yeah.
body yet, but are imagining what it would be like. And so you got Crank That Roosevelt,
Oh.
which was an act of bucking the knees out that turned into a dance when somebody not sucking.
No, I
optimally.
don't understand what you do it with your hands.
The Roosevelt?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, so all right, I gotta get up. Show you.
Oh, this is
So
great.
the Roosevelt, the whole move is just this right here.
Oh, I know this one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because she's not sucking correct.
Whoa. So it's just a little tap. To be like,
Yes.
hey, bitch.
Yeah. It's like a cricket, like, get up. It's a hydraulic
Yeah.
move. It's a,
She's sucking your dick.
yeah. It's a, you're oppressing me with,
Now,
Wow. That is a
are
13-year-old
foremost
boy.
expert on this now. Why Roosevelt? Why is it called the Crank That Roosevelt?
it was the high school, I believe, that it came from.
Okay.
Ooh, because they're sucking dick like bad over there.
They're doing it really terrible.
But this is
Yeah.
just a group who was like, well, we're never going to make it beyond our community.
Yeah.
So we'll just name the song for everybody at our school.
Right.
And then it becomes
Which
this
is the
national-
beauty
It
of
becomes a
hip-hop.
sensation.
Which
Yeah.
is the beauty of regional music.
Yeah.
Bro, all of that stuff was just sex and violence
Mm-hmm.
that middle schoolers was doing to each other. Crank that Spider-Man, crank that Heisman.
I do remember Heisman.
What was the Heisman?
Shawty fine breath stank. Do the
Heisman
Heisman
on
on
that
that.
hoe.
hoe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
Get her up
it
outta
was
here.
teaching us to commit domestic
Be
violence.
misogynist. Yeah,
A mush is the line.
right. Whoop Rico. Okay,
Yeah.
Whoop Rico. We don't even know where that boy is at,
Mm-hmm.
but he got jumped so bad
Yeah.
that they had to make an entire dance.
Yeah, that one bummed
Damn,
me out.
that's like, yeah.
That one really bummed me out when I found because this is how crazy music used to be. You didn't always have access to that information when the dance showed up to your community.
Right.
Right.
Like in Chicago, we didn't know that had an origin story.
But there was trauma.
We were just like, nah, that's a funny way to name a dance,
yeah.
a song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
great. All right, whoop Rico. And then you find out, no, that's one boy
Yep.
who really got
Literally
his ass
a
whooped.
boy.
And
Yeah.
that's why, I don't, like I was saying earlier, Black people being seated in power
Uh-huh.
can go some nasty ways.
Mhm.
Because, man, if Kamala is the president right now, nigga, ICE would be a dance. You know?
Damn, that's
Drone strikes is a dance. Because anything bad we do to each other, we make it into a dance.
Yeah.
I do
Stabbing
like
dance.
that better.
They was doing a stabbing dance in New York.
I do like that better. At least there's some levity around these very heavy things.
I think if nothing else, Black people have always found the quickest path to levity.
Right.
I think every community finds it for themselves and like 100% will eventually learn to laugh at what they do. But Black people, we be at it quick.
Yeah.
It's
We're just like-
real time.
Yeah.
It's real time.
And I think that's what upsets white people the most in terms of like the way that we interact with each other is that we find the levity so fast for ourselves and they want to be able to have that levity for themselves but can't find it as quickly. But they do see what they think about us.
Which is why The Office 2 cranked
Mhm.
that Pam. Pilot
Boom.
episode.
That's the first one.
Pilot episode.
Out the gate.
Pilot episode.
I'm assuming Crank That Pam, something sexual is happening to.
No, she got beat up.
Yo, Angela got that ass.
This jumpsuit. Episode 1.
Because she was kind of a bitch.
I will say that in a rewatch, Pam is not the hero of the story they wanted her to be.
Pam's
No.
whack.
Yeah.
Jim's whack.
Yeah.
Why are you so mean to Dwight?
Yeah.
You got the same job, bro. You're not bad. You're just tall.
And you know
Yeah.
he has an IEP. Don't do that.
Yeah,
You know
bro.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's already a person that needed you to
Damn.
relax.
Yeah.
And Dwight is interesting.
Uh-huh.
Jim is not an interesting person. There's nothing interesting about that.
No, he's just connecting with us the whole time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He's
But
like,
he didn't feel like my audience proxy. That's the issue I have watching television.
who's your proxy?
I think it's probably Dwight or Creed are the people that I feel like the most when I watch that show.
Mm.
But it's been a constant issue with television for me is that I never, the person who's supposed to be the audience proxy,
You don't connect with that. guy.
ever.
Okay. So you watch a SpongeBob like, man, where the fuck is Pearl at?
SpongeBob is weirder, so it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think a lot of like traditional like I wasn't watching Fresh Prince like Will is me.
But I will
You know
say
what I'm saying?
I'm much more of a Patrick than I am a SpongeBob.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
would much rather connect with a Patrick episode than
Yeah.
a SpongeBob.
I was
episode.
rocking with Sandy.
Sandy.
Sandy's pretty cool. That's
Everything
a good
she
one.
got going on is
Whoa.
what the fuck is going on? Why the fuck are you down here?
Yeah,
It doesn't make
you're not
sense.
built for it, clearly.
Yeah.
No.
You're hyper intelligent. Like
You're
something,
also-
And you can do karate.
And you're in the service, right? Or
Yeah.
some kind of astronaut, some service.
Yeah.
so something crazy happened. Like Sandy's existence in SpongeBob is evidence of like the show being post-apocalyptic.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
Like she's a refugee from the surface.
Yeah.
That
and she
is-
was probably genetically engineered, to be like able to do space travel. And
she
She
might
was
be
supposed to be our way out.
yeah.
She might be an early experiment that just never made it back to the surface, and
Right.
now is
I think
like,
something happened on the surface that eradicated humans,
Mhm.
but left Sandy and other genetic experiments untouched.
Interesting.
But they had already bioengineered her
yeah,
to live under water or build shit or just be like,
or have
Even just interact.
a
Yeah.
self-awareness that
Yeah.
then allows her the choice to go
Yeah.
do something that she
to look in the mirror and be like, I got titties, I need a bikini.
Yeah, and I want to
Yeah.
hang out with a sponge and
Yeah.
the rest.
Yeah.
Fuck,
That being
man.
said, yeah. And I don't think it's a comedian thing. I think it's just truly
Yeah,
they weren't really making it for anything.
then
that I really
then cut it for you.
Damn.
Zach,
Interesting.
It feels insane to introduce this now, but you came to us with a conspiracy that I've never heard before.
Okay.
Frankly, I don't think anybody's mother has ever said this to them once.
Dang.
As soon as I read it, though, I was very excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do not take my response as me not being a fan of it. I just want to lay the groundwork for everybody at home.
Nobody's mom has said this.
This is new to mamas.
Yeah.
Certainly.
We're hoping they'll pick it
My
up.
mom would be open to it, though.
Okay.
I will say that. Like if I call her after, I think she would definitely.
You think she would hear this out?
Yeah.
I like that.
My mom, she's pretty okay with conspiracy theory.
Okay, well, David's mama in the future is going to tell us.
There are no autonomous vehicles. They are actually operated by the enslaved African children.
Yep.
Ender's Game, South Africa. That's the first thing that I thought.
Boom. Boom.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Boom. End of
Ender's
discussion.
Game, South Africa, or like DRC or some shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, of
Yep.
course.
Yep.
They think they're playing a video game. They're really delivering.
Yep.
Popeyes.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
Exactly
That's-
my theory. 100%.
It's not even
to the T.
difficult. That's
yeah.
like right there.
Yeah. It's 2 + 2.
Holy fuck.
It's 2 + 2 = It's Terrence math. Man.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's teriology.
We got 98 patents.
Come on.
Go ahead. Add a number up there.
We should have a ticket tally every time.
And you know how
Master patent.
and you know how I 100% know
Yeah.
that them is Africans driving them Waymos, driving them.
Watch out. It feels
This
like
is-
you're going to get nasty.
I'm not about to get nasty. This is actually a crazy compliment. You ever just watched a video of African traffic?
It is crazy.
It's crazy, but what is not happening?
Crashes. They're really avoiding
Yeah.
each other.
The only person you could get globally to drive a car autonomously through LA traffic and not touch nothing ever is an African.
Whoa.
Wow.
You're saying we got an extra muscle in our eye.
Absolutely.
It wasn't in our leg this whole time.
Nope.
It's been in our eye.
It's been in the eye.
And we have the ability to drive better than any human being on earth.
It's
Absolutely.
like a seventh sense.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
Especially folks in Central Africa,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Sudan. Even like, I watch videos of traffic in Addis Ababa and Ethiopia.
That's what
Yeah.
you watch?
Yeah, all the time.
I like that.
That's all I watch.
I be watching weird shit too.
That's all.
I will say that this is nice for me because you are amongst two of the most fucked up algorithms that I
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
really
I
happy to
know
hear
that.
that. I'm really happy to hear that.
yours I would say is one of the most violent I've ever
For sure.
experienced.
I'm getting dead people. It's It's bad.
Yours is insane.
Lines are getting crossed.
Yours jarred me in a way that I repeat often to people.
Oh, because of the handicapped guys fighting each other?
No, that wasn't the one that bummed me out the most. And I've told you this before. I once went to his house and he pulled up YouTube, and then we watched a video of a white man hand feeding Africans Sour Patch Kids.
That is dark. That
like
shit
for
sucked.
the first, like going over there, to a community that has not experienced candy,
Like a Neolithic, like stone tool.
Yeah.
and then walking up to them and offering them Sour Patch Kids
Yeah, bro.
and taping their reactions.
And they're just like crack addicted.
It felt like that.
Yeah. It's like
Whoa.
It felt so much worse than crack.
my
Whoa.
relationship with computers, I found that they're only there to excite me sexually or enrage me physically.
For sure.
And that's sort of what my algorithm feeds me.
And you know what's crazy about your algorithm feeding you that stuff and me this crazy stuff, and Langston, whatever stuff he's getting, is that my theory isn't even a jump from what the reality is.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not even actually a jump. Like, all you would have to do in these warehouses is add the Ender's Game element that you're talking about, of just make them think that they're
Gamify it.
gamify it, but also make it very punishable, the mistakes, and boom, you have like instant control. But this already exists.
Yeah.
So like AI is already mostly powered by African child slave wage labor,
Right.
because like the AI is like, if we just took out David's brain
Mm-hmm.
and just gave him the internet as a brain, the things he'd start to say upon request of answers from us would almost instantly be pornographic, racist,
Right. Because those are the data points.
because that's what's on the internet.
Right.
So you have to build an entirely new, like, Brita filter AI system to attach to David's brain, but that Brita filter has to be taught by human eyes. The difference between an apple and a prolapse anus.
Yeah.
The difference between, the Wikipedia about Batman that's just the canon events, or this sexual fan fiction where Robin
Lois
fucks him in the butt.
Griffin.
You're saying that ultimately there's just too much information, that just offering the machines information is not a solution, that it has to be curated in a way that makes that information strategic.
Yeah.
That's why they have to make programs, right?
And this is
Because
a
it's too
huge
vast.
issue. This is a huge
Yeah,
issue
yeah.
amongst the AI giants. Like,
Right.
they're constantly like trying to figure out how to do this, because the text-based models, you literally have to get an African, put crazy text in front of their face,
Yeah.
and make them identify the negative parts. And if they take too long identifying that stuff, they can lose their job that was giving them like $1 a day.
It's crazy because
This is a real thing
This
that's
is absolutely real.
without the lose their
Holy
job
shit.
thing,
Yeah.
I'm doing that for free anyways.
Because
You
David,
described me
Right.
in an airport.
right.
Right.
There's a
I'm
lot of
just like,
there's some
Damn, that
Americans
shit's
who do
fucked
it.
up. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he's rapping about eating raccoons or whatever I'm looking at.
Which
Yeah.
is probably why the reports, like reporting things, is encouraged in the first place. It's like another layer of curation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's all that shit is like. That's why it's like,
Yeah.
show a picture of you in the 8th grade. Like, they just need to see.
But
Yeah.
even like if I'm offended by a video, me going and like telling the program, like,
Yeah.
hey, this
How they
is
know this is
offensive,
offensive.
Yeah.
is them just deciding
data
like,
points.
okay, this
Right.
is what humans can handle and this is what they can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
So it's like literally like content moderators in like third world countries are leaving work every day and having to go like eat spaghetti with their family after watching David's algorithm,
Yeah.
but involuntarily,
Right.
in order to like identify it and make sure that it doesn't pop up on Langston's daughter's YouTube algorithm
Right.
while she's watching, Coco Melon or you know what I'm
And that
saying?
ruins the family dynamic. What'd you see today? Another big ass titty right before it breastfed. Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate when you really gotta face down what you've looked at and then look your children in the eye.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That felt real.
That
Yeah,
was very
no,
real.
there's sometimes
God dang.
there's a couple times where I've like looked at
They slipped my Red
some
Bull.
kind of video and I was like, oh man, fuck.
I gotta look him in the eye.
Yeah,
now.
I gotta,
Bro.
because it's not even like I'm like gaining pleasure from it. It's like you get uncomfortable with how comfortable you are in receiving certain things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where you're
Yeah.
just like, oh, this didn't bump me at all. And then you look at a person who you hope won't reflect any of that.
You're like, that should have
Yeah.
should've tickled me.
You don't want any of that to touch them.
yeah.
But you're inundated
But
now.
I'm
and you
letting
worry-
it touch me.
Yeah, you worry that there is some sort of seepage.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's gotta be, right?
I
You
mean,
know what I mean? Like, there's how many of these videos can I watch before my daughter talks like Orlando Brown?
nigga.
That actually sounds kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have kids, but if I do, please let the Orlando Brown sperm cell win the race.
I don't give a fuck who say what, blood. On crib.
Yeah, if she say some shit like that to me, I can't. There's a part of me that would be worried that I did that. And
Wow.
that's what I'm the transference of this sickness.
I worry about it not. I don't have just interpersonally. I worry that whatever this smut that I'm looking at is gonna come out. I do worry about that.
Yeah.
And I think we're all worried about that, and that's like a big fear.
Like people knowing, or like,
Just
or
like
come out in your behavior.
Yeah, just like, or that it will affect me in a way, because I watch it and I pretend as if I'm detached. I don't like watch it and I'm like, man, this is really what's going on in the world. But I worry that it'll affect my opinions or my conversations,
Mhm.
or mostly what I really truly worry about is that it will reflect within my art. Like, I don't want to start putting out that type of art that lets you know that I am looking at African women with impossibly sized breasts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's
Yeah.
like that is what begins to be the worry.
I feel
for
like
me.
that's a little bit of and I don't think that images and media and don't transfer things. Like, I'm not like naive to that like propaganda and like encoding images with things like is
Yeah.
very real, I think. But I do think we have a bit of like Christian guilt in us from our parents telling us that like watching Harry Potter or watching something that like depicted something demonic was
Yeah.
going to transfer spirits. My mom literally won't watch Sinners because it's like
I've seen
it's
people
like
talking
a
about that.
it's like a documentary.
Yeah.
She thinks it's like Planet Earth.
Yeah.
Like, it's Sinners. Yeah.
She's like, no, I understand they're recreating.
Yeah.
But this is based on a very real thing.
I know the source material.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I'm aware of Michael B. Jordan, but I'm also aware that he's making something
Yeah.
really bad.
Right.
I do think though
Right.
that there is also a level of like, there is that remnant of guilt, but there's also the things we're watching are far more extreme.
Sure.
Like, it's actually things that are, you just said dead bodies.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's like an actual word. You know what I mean? Harry Potter is for fun
Mhm.
and it's Hufflepuffs and whatever, but like, you know, we used to see people get killed on there.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just like that AI where like something comes out of a butthole and then it turns into a bowling ball.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen
a-
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Those things are fucked up.
Yeah.
Those things are fucked up.
Those
Yeah.
are, and those ones I do agree with what you're saying, because like when you keep a straight face through one of those, and you're like, all right, next.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like,
I don't
I
even-
should have stopped and
I don't even,
Something in me
it doesn't
should be
even
upset
stop my
about that.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm just shitting.
yeah.
That's just what I'm doing when I'm shitting.
I'm like not even triggered by stuff anymore. And
Yeah.
in that way, that's terrifying.
Yeah, that's bad.
We're like, oh, I'm so desensitized. There's no way I'm not going to say some wild shit to the
because
people
of this,
around me
yeah.
because of this. And then that will carry over. And now all of a sudden my daughter's like, and I gotta be like, I did that.
I Orlando'd my daughter.
I Orlando'd my daughter.
That's also the art thing of it all, though, because being
Yeah.
an artist truly does come from a place of being sensitive and
Mhm.
like in experiencing the world in this sensitive lens.
Yeah.
And if you cut that down, then you are diminishing your light or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know, man. I think I would probably even be able to create a lot better shit if I hadn't seen so many teens fight each other or whatever.
But then I would say, like, on the flip side, that is what makes so much of like this white boy renaissance shit in comedy, at least so unbearable for me, is that detachment from the morality.
Right.
That's what I'm saying is, like, I don't want to get anywhere near that.
Yeah, it really makes you feel like, fuck, we're not even doing an art anymore.
I mean, it's a pretty
you're just
like
playing.
natural pipeline too from
Mhm.
like I mean, it goes way back further than anything. Like it's like way pre-media of the idea of like human plus technology and civilization
Mhm.
equals negativity.
Yeah.
Skull and
Yeah.
crossbones. Like that idea permeates everything around us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's a flawed and very incomplete way to look at the world. But like, I think about that old clip of Joe Rogan back in like 2009 or something, maybe a little bit later, where he was just starting the podcast. And he's like, dude, you ever look at a video of LA from a helicopter and it just looks like a virus. It just looks like a scab. It looks like a scourge. And like describing humanity as like a virus.
Yeah.
And it's like, once you believe that about humanity, then everything else after that is really easy to
The progress.
fill in the
Yeah.
blank.
Yeah,
You can pathologize.
Yeah.
So that whole right-wing movement is like super like, I don't even look at it as like racist and I just look at it as anti-human. They're like,
Yeah.
we're bad, so I'm going to
Definitely.
reflect negativity.
Definitely.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
like
think-
it's rugged individualism.
Yeah.
I don't think they even can begin to see themselves as racist because they don't value any person enough to
And they don't-
like,
Yeah, and they don't feel a connection to what the whole of this is.
no.
Like whether it be white people or men or whatever, they're like truly on an island.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever. It's fuck you. I'm gonna get mine.
We're on a fucking rock going fucking a million miles an hour
Yeah.
through space, dude.
So who cares if I say a
Nothing's-
slur, bro?
Nothing's fucking real, dude. Say the
Yeah.
R word, dude. Kill yourself, dude. Nothing's fucking real. Beat your wife, dude. Like, what? Watch fucking open butthole porn, dude. Eat cereal out of someone's asshole, dude. Nothing's real.
When you say open butthole porn,
David's ears.
I've never heard it. It's rare I come across a new genre.
1 out of 5 doctors don't disagree.
Nah, I like regular stuff.
Regular butthole porn.
It looks like found footage.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the conspiracy, more Zack Fox, more My Momma Told Me.
And we're back.
But we're going to do this respectfully, otherwise we'll end in a duel. And I mean a duel, real life duel, where only one person walks away. We can meet with guns, bottles, knives, or books and equations. But we're going to do this like men. So, get ready.
And we're just a bunch of men about to get into a book fight.
On guard, nigga.
I got all about love.
A nigga shows up with a Kindle, you're like, whoa, whoa. Hey, whoa.
No switches.
Yeah, right. It's a Gen 5 Glock with a switch on it.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
That a laser? Zach, we're still talking about the possibility that that the autonomous robots we see on the streets are in fact being manned by African children who are enslaved.
Yeah.
My question, why or rather how are they incentivizing the kids not fucking up at the cost of their lives? Of white lives, I guess is my point.
Okay. Two things.
Yep.
Getting beat up.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Getting
Sure.
beat up.
They're already doing that at school over there.
Right. Getting beat up, having your family beat up.
Yep.
2, I know you wonder, well, one of these kids would just come out and say that they do this. Who's going to believe you?
Mm-hmm.
My brother, who in Sudan
Yep.
is going to believe that you pilot vehicles in Los Angeles
Yeah.
that are holding hamburgers.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds.
You just said 4 things I don't know about. And now,
It sounds made up to me, and I'm in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
right? And now you a witch.
Right.
And
So I think-
then your family's gonna get beat up.
Exactly. So I think
Or
the
you'll get
social,
murdered.
right? I think the social consequences of it are like different over
Mm.
there, because even if you did lay it out truly what it is, that's witchcraft.
It's the devil's work for
It's
sure.
witchcraft either way.
Yeah.
Robots with hamburgers in them is evil.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my heart, I feel that way.
Yeah.
Like, it does make me feel. I have an aversion to technology, like, naturally in a way
Yeah.
that makes me. I react to technology the way Africans react to witches. I do. Like, I'm very, like, anti.
I'm at that stage.
Yeah.
Me
like,
too.
Like, no, none
Yeah.
of this is good. None of this is good.
But I
But
don't
also
want
with
no
it,
new
the
stuff.
technology is evil. But I know both of y'all sweethearts. So I know both of y'all have experienced seeing one of them chicken nugget robots
Mhm.
pass by you, and you feel that little thing in your heart from Wall-E,
Yeah.
where you empathize with it a little bit.
100%.
You get out of the way.
And, man,
You don't want to kick it.
Zack Fox, you've cut me to my core. You cut me open. I stand here bleeding. That's my worry, is that I will love the robots too much.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so against.
We have a autonomous robot on the show
Mhm.
named Samo on Everybody's Live.
He's got a name already.
He has a name. And
Right.
I will say that when this was originally pitched, this was not my pitch. This pitch belongs to a dude named Alex Gordelis,
Mhm.
who's a very funny guy. But he pitched that John should have like a pet robot that just hangs out at the show and delivers fucking cans and shit.
Okay.
And I was like,
We're
shit.
connecting the dots here.
I was like, that shit makes me uncomfortable.
We're connecting the dots.
I
Yeah.
don't like this as a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm not into that. And then now, damn near, we're 16 episodes into this show.
Mhm.
I really like that fucking robot.
He's your friend.
Yeah.
He's in your
Are
family.
you writing jokes for the robot?
Yeah, I'll like.
So you would conclude that this robot is autonomously piloted by an African.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Fuck.
Here's
Fuck.
here's the thing. He is not, in fact, piloted by an African.
Okay.
But he is piloted by 2 people who we employ to be on staff when he's there.
Yeah.
You understand? Which means that like somebody's roboting him at all times,
Yeah.
leading me to start to go, well, somebody's probably roboting all of them at some time.
Sure.
And who are the people that are doing that?
Yeah.
Come
That's
on.
the big question. And this is where, this is where it gets even scarier, is that last year before we got Samo, we went out to other companies that were potential like robot options. And the other company that we talked to had to pilot their robot via a person in Colombia
Come on.
just to demonstrate
Come
the shit to us.
on.
Yeah.
We had to call a Colombian man and be like, hey, we're ready. And then they had to like hit switches all the way in fucking Colombia to robot a little fella in Los Angeles.
When is calling a Colombian man on the phone for a favor ever a good sign?
It don't sound good.
Bro,
Listen, man.
that's it.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to say. If all 3 people in this room
Mm-hmm.
for the next 500 years,
No,
Wait
go.
a minute. It's triggering some shit at me, but I'm listening.
for 500 years, I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Fill in the blank. Little people, right? For the
Oh,
next
yeah,
500
close.
years, we made free, uninterrupted trillions off of little people.
Whoa.
Uninterrupted. Golden age of
Right.
our friendship.
Yeah.
We're building castles. We're making states. We're building bridges. We're doing all the things.
Yep.
But the actual engine, the actual farm tool, the resource is little people
Little
Yes.
people.
for 500 years.
Yeah.
Like we build a whole new economic system off of it.
We're thriving.
Thriving.
The
Going crazy.
world's life's easier for everyone else than it ever has been.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
David's on the moon.
Come on.
Langston's under the ocean like Sandy
Yeah.
Cheeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding a Komodo dragon down Moreland Avenue in Atlanta. It's whatever your heart
Amazing.
desires, right?
Beautiful future.
And then one day, the little people uprise and say, enough.
Yep.
We go to war with each other
I was
over
about to
that.
say, what's even more fucked up is somebody who I helped ride a Komodo dragon decides they don't agree with the little
And then we got to
people.
stop, Langston.
And we start beefing, even though I helped get you that Komodo dragon in the first place.
So me, you, David, get in a fight, maul each other to death.
Right.
Almost all of us die over it. And now little people are a part of the podcast. They're part of My Momma Told Me. They get to be at the table now.
They got their own little drops.
They're just dropping in, spamming the drops.
Yeah.
Brother.
But it was like a little one.
Our children, your 2 children,
Yep.
our theoretical children,
Thank God.
and our children's children, and our children's children's children, we would look at them every single day, generations and generations, and say, no matter what you do in this life, I don't care what it is, figure out how to get us back to uninterrupted trillions off of these little people. And I don't care who you got to add into the equation. Big people, wide people, littler people. Get it going.
No, the way you're talking, there's no way I wouldn't say the M word. You know what I mean? I would call them that to their faces.
Right.
And I would be like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Because I know what you used to be.
So this whole talk of, the AI is gonna, the robots are gonna rise up and it's all, I always fill it in with black people.
Yes.
Every single time. I'm like, you're projecting your fear of us doing that to you because you know what you did.
Yeah.
So you're projecting it on the robots, but at the same time, you're not even doing anything different from regular slavery. You're just leaving the Africans where they're at.
Yeah.
We don't got to enslave them over here. We already did that.
Right.
Keep them over there and then let them be give them facades.
You're saying this makes it full present tense. We don't have to trick the black people around us into slavery again. We just need to go somewhere where we ain't get to really get our big scoop of ice cream yet.
Yeah, they need to go to the source.
Damn.
Get the big scoop.
They outsourced it
Get
to
the
here,
scoop.
right?
Keep them in Africa.
It's like, okay, we needed rice farmers or whatever over here. But now that you just got a whole continent of people to drive robots.
Damn.
Make them slave avatars.
Right.
Oh,
because you can keep a smiley face on a robot in perpetuity, even if there's a child in Sudan
dying because it didn't hit that left turn.
You know where this gets nasty for me? James Cameron is the type of rich where he would know that this is happening, and especially if he's creating new AI technology for like replacing faces and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's tapped into that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that then makes me feel like Avatar is just like an artist being like silly about some dark shit he knows is happening
down the
in
pipeline.
the world.
Yep.
He's like, no, I'm watching it happen. So yeah, the Na'vi. Yeah, big old, they got long tails.
They're such a musical people.
Yeah, they fuck with their hair.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Remember when he came out? First thing he did was play basketball.
No!
That's bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yo.
Dang.
That shit hurts.
Fuck.
That shit hurts my feelings.
Whoa, man.
God damn it.
Listen, bruh. I'm telling you.
So what do we got to get more guns? I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do today.
Man. I'm just...
I'll get some more guns.
500 years, bruh. 500 years.
Give me one of those AKA grenades.
500 years, you had the red, you had the Staples Easy button. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is it now.
Yeah.
Get back to uninterrupted, free wealth,
they need
free money.
Yeah, they need because they hit the greatest lick of all time.
Yeah.
That's the high they're searching, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They hit
next
the greatest lick of all time.
Yeah.
Right? Like they just got
Because
Iowa. They just came here and got that shit.
Yeah.
Like
Even the other
nothing else is ever compared to that.
Even the other times in history where people have been slavers and held over other people, they've never gotten paid the way that these motherfuckers got paid.
And it wasn't like
that was ball in the peach basket.
Yeah.
Early Arab slave trade. Yes, there was a lot of Africans in that. Africans slaving, Europeans enslaving other Europeans. Yeah, that was ball in the peach basket.
Yep.
What white folks did was the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
You had slaves, but you still slept in a tent.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you were still sleeping on the ground.
You got to do like you got to graduate for being a slave in like Arab slave trade and shit like that. Like they'd be like, do you fuck with like ironworks?
Yeah. You're like a trade worker now.
Yeah, I see something in you.
Hey, you like Yu Hakusho? Come hang out with us, man.
Nigga, you can draw. You fuck with hieroglyphics. Get your ass in here. The pharaoh about to die, man. Come draw that shit.
Come on, man.
Yo, but white folks, Harlem, they always try to do that. Like, oh, it was all slavery. No.
Not the way y'all
did.
No,
and one.
They did.
Y'all did and
it
one
was a
slavery.
leap forward in the game.
Y'all was bouncing niggas off each other.
You was all the professor.
Yeah. And you were bouncing the ball off our head. That's why the N1 logo ain't got no face on it.
Yeah.
Because he was a white man.
That's
a
crazy.
White man. They try to hide it.
It is like a strong-jawed white man.
Yeah.
And they keep trying to pretend like niggas supposed to connect to it, but it's not.
It's a Chad. It's a Giga Chad.
That's
crazy. Because he's
basketball.
saying shit like, oh, I'm the bus driver.
And this is the last stop.
Is your game as ugly as your girl? More pizza rolls.
Dude. You know that N1 man wasn't black, bro.
He was not.
Where was your fitted at?
He was not.
That's nuts.
No lineup.
That's really nuts.
You know?
That is really crazy. And you know how I know he wasn't black? No facial hair.
Boom.
Oh, man.
No facial hair.
You play basketball every day?
You ain't grow a little goatee.
Nothing.
Just a weird mustache. Black man gonna keep something on him.
Bro.
Something to let you know.
Bro. My chin ain't seen the sun since before the towers fell.
Yeah.
My shit been covered up.
The first plane hit, you just became a man.
I'm ready to vote.
It was loud.
Yeah.
Like Wolverine claws.
I heard it.
It hurts every time.
But I have to do it.
Also, if you cut that shit off, it comes right back.
Yeah. Damn.
Well,
This is a great episode.
I think we figured it out.
I don't think anybody's in disagreement about this.
Listen, I dare someone to present a rebuttal to this theory because I'm sticking by it like it's fact.
If you work
This was tough because when I saw it, I was like, this is hilarious. It would be so fun to talk to Zach about this and we'll have such a good time. And then now I'm walking away like you need some
thinking time.
Yeah.
I need some stuff to prepare I need more weapons is what I feel like.
Oh, I don't know.
What's a darker future? Yeah, I'm going to do this.
Go ahead, break it.
I'm going to break y'all stuff when I say this. What's a darker future that y'all can imagine? Y'all thought the future, race war.
Water.
No. Yeah.
Water war, yeah.
Nah, they going to set it up. Black folks, Latinos, poor whites, y'all got to go to war with the robots who are what?
Strong.
And African.
Fuck. Fuck.
That's like a new fear unlock.
Fuck.
Like, you know when you see some shit you didn't even think to be scared of?
I didn't even know that I wanted or know how to navigate them as my enemy.
Yeah.
And now they are both not only my enemy, but my greatest fear activated.
And then you don't even got to tell the Africans what they doing over there because they're just playing a video game.
Hey, man, get the fuck out of the studio.
Yeah, maybe you go home.
I can take this with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be cool.
I like this.
We invited you. We were like, Zach's a friend. We should have him on our podcast.
Every podcast should be like this. You should stand by your ideas like this.
Yeah, because that makes you mean it.
Yeah,
you
hold on,
gotta
man. You
hold
saying
that.
something crazy? Pull it out and
Man,
hold
I'll
it close to your
fight
face.
you with this idea.
You gotta hold that shit like a baseball bat. Choke up on it.
What you say?
Oh,
Zach,
man.
tell the people where they can find you. What cool shit you got going on?
My name is Zack Fox. You can follow me on IG, Zack Fox, Twitter or X, Zack Fox, YouTube channel at Watch Me Some Zack Fox.
Okay.
I'm on tour right now. I'm gonna be doing Portola Festival in San Francisco. I'm gonna be doing a Movement Festival in Detroit. I'm gonna be doing not announced yet, but another crazy festival in Florida coming up, and I got tours and stuff, and I'm gonna be hitting the road a little bit. So on my website, ZackFox.com, it's an Excel spreadsheet with all of my dates on it. Me and my manager worked very hard on that Google sheet. So buy the tickets.
Go ahead and hey, change some dates if you want to. It's
Do whatever.
Yeah.
It's open access.
It's free for anybody.
I hit
to jump
if
on
you
it.
have the link, you can edit. So
Bori, what you got?
June 14th, I'm going to be in Sacramento at the Secret Show. June 13th, I'm going to be in Hayward. June 12th, I'm going to be in Petaluma. And June 15th, I'm going to be at Littlefield in Brooklyn. We should sell it out because I need the validation. I just want to feel good about the stand-up that I'm doing, and I think it's very great.
Struck my man's ego.
Come on
out.
baby.
And as always, you can follow me at Langston Kerman. I ain't got no dates coming up and may never will again.
after this one drops,
This might be the end of old LEK. That said, you can follow me on all social media platforms if you want to send us your own drops, your own conspiracy theories. If you represent one of these autonomous companies and want to hold us accountable for the things that were said today, send it all to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you.
I'm willing to defend my opinions in a court of law.
Hey,
And
that's
I'll
nice.
represent myself.
I like that. And
I like that. And he's an autonomous country, so he can do that.
I'm an autonomous African.
Me too, bro. I really been working on myself.
Yeah. I see you.
maybe someday, fellas. I'll get there. Buy the merch. Like, subscribe, review, do all the shit. Follow
Leave
the
comments.
YouTube. Leave comments.
Leave
Call
comments
us.
about how good you are at sex. You're not losers.
We've had a lot of people responding to videos in strange ways lately.
Okay.
Where it's them like getting in arguments. We had a video where we were not arguing, but just talking about the fact that like white boys really ain't scared of black people no more.
I did see this.
And the amount of like vile white people that have now entered that conversation and are like truly going crazy.
Bro,
calling
nuts.
Calling us cowards and saying we were never strong. No one's ever been afraid of you.
Behind faceless avatars.
And it's like truly
I've never
like
been afraid.
you monkeys don't scare us. It's like crazy shit.
And exclamation point GGER.
It's nuts.
Oh.
And we're not responding to nothing.
Oh, man.
It's like it's them. They are literally like eating each other to bite the fuck out of us.
What I learned is like the biggest losers on the internet are people who talk about how good they could fight and people who talk about how good they are at sex.
Yeah.
In comments. Those are the biggest
Objectively,
losers on the internet.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing? I don't know about this nigga pussy, man. I'll go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the other thing. It's not just white boy shit. It's
Yeah.
black people coming in and being like, these niggas ain't like us.
Yeah. Cowards need to train.
Yeah. It's like, whoa.
It's really wild. It's
Oh man, you don't understand what we doing over here.
Bro, it got to a side of the internet that's not even We're not even
It's not even
potentially getting
human.
fans anymore.
Yeah.
It's like
It's just an arena
yeah, it's just
with
some
like
whole
the World War Z zombies.
Yeah.
Where they like climb over each
yeah.
other.
His dude's like, this is why niggas got trained. Me and my son, the only black guys in my jiu-jitsu chair.
What? And we're just sitting there playing dead the whole time, hoping the zombies don't notice.
And it's so funny because like these people, like the dude saying that definitely lives in a town that just got a Ross.
100%.
Yeah.
Like nothing's going down over there,
No.
bro.
Oh, man.
It's not coming to you, dude.
No,
You're okay.
no.
Y'all will miss the apocalypse by years.
They're going to
maybe.
skip this town for a while.
For sure. You're
It'll be
good.
like those guys who didn't know slavery was over.
It's going to be a
50 years
Juneteenth
later.
celebration of
Yep.
the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. We would have been done fighting
Yeah.
robot Africans.
yeah.
No,
It
brother,
would've been
this is
over.
the real zombie apocalypse.
And they're talking about Trump and birthright citizenship. And you're like, bro, this shit.
28 days later is when the real zombies showed up.
Oh,
Oh,
All right, we did it. Bye, bitch.
Put your mouth right over that hole. Put your mouth there.
My Momma Told Me is a production of Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network and iHeart Podcasts.
Created and hosted by Langston Kerman.
Co-hosted by David Bory.
Executive produced by Will Ferrell, Hansani, and Olivia Aguilar.
Co-produced by Bay Wang.
Edited and engineered by Justin Connor.
Music by Nick Chambers.
Artwork by Dogon Krieger.
You can now watch episodes of My Momma Told Me on YouTube. Follow at My Momma Told Me and subscribe to our channel.